Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome to another feature video. Today I'm joined by Nath over here, and we've got his behind me 520 brake horsepower R32 turbo. Nath, thank you for being on the channel, sir. How are you? Thank you for journeying down. I know it's a little bit of a journey for you. Can you show me around this insane machine that you've built here, please, sir? We'll start off with the looks, and we'll first cover this, because people are going to ask, why am I finger in your arch and why can I get fingers in there? But you have got a valid excuse.
I have got a valid excuse. Mainly to do with power and the way it goes down, and I had back surgery, so I've had to go back to Volkswagen racing suspension, so it had to go up a little bit. It was just killing me. I was on gas shocks. So I got some gas shocks because they're in Essex, aren't they? You know, the car was nice on them, it just was killing me to ride. So,
back surgery, bad back plus coilovers does not equal any form of actual enjoyment. I can completely understand you going back to the racing suspension on these, and you said they're like a variant of Bilstein B8s or something, right?
Something like that, yeah, very similar. I think when you want to get replacement OEM ones, Bilstein B8s would be the ones I would replace with. I managed to get another set because I originally sold mine. The reason I went to coilovers originally is because they split, so I went to coilovers as a cheaper option at the time, and I just stayed with coilovers, and then I got the gas shocks to upgrade, and then it was just like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, of course. The only thing I've kept with the gas shocks is the adjustable rear dampening. Okay. So I've kept the rear absorbers on, just put the racing springs back in, so it's raised the back end, and I put I think Polo 6N2 top cups to get it just a little bit lower, but again I'm happy with it. It sits now, it keeps it cool and comfortable, yeah, because I've got these are SRS Tech fiberglass wide rings from Germany. Cool. Typical Mark 4. Mark 4's rot like hell, but it's got no arch liners, so it just aids with the cooling of the twin intercoolers I've got under there anyway. Yeah, cool. So it keeps the force brakes nice.
I see. Cool. BBS wheels.
Yeah, BBS CKs.
They're very nice, and a nice colour as well. What colour even is that though? I can't.
Right, so I got it. The guy did my powder coat up in Laugh. He was like, check on this website. So look, it's prismatic colours out in America. That's where he gets his powders from. So it's got on there, and I wanted like a C-Pang originally, like a BMW colour, like a bronze, but it's been done. And I said, oh, how about this? It's got a gold. It's got a gold fleck in it. In these light conditions, they look green. But when you put a light on it in the summer when it's really bright, it's a gold fleck. It really pops. Yeah, they're really nice. Really dark now. Then in the summer, they pop out quite lightly.
You've also got hiding away behind the BBS's huge Porsche calipers. What are they off of?
Cayenne.
They're a Cayenne, are they?
Yeah, Cayenne. Yeah. It's a done thing really of these when you charge them. If you supercharge or turbo, is whack some bigger brakes on, just bigger stoppers. You go from like 4 pot to 6. 4 I think it was. But yeah, you need it. You do need it, because you've got to think about how am I going to stop, because you're getting like over 100 mile an hour pretty quick. You know, if you're going to Germany and that, you're rapid, you just got to be able to stop quick. So. Definitely. But yeah, that was the way forward on that one. And as we walk around the car, you've kept it looking relatively standard. Obviously you've done the bonnet lift over there for the cooling. Yep. So also you've kept the looks relatively standard. Is this rear bumper standard though? Yeah, so front and rear bumpers standard, yeah. Because I don't think I've seen many of these. So like that looks like an aftermarket rear bumper. No, yeah. So because the chassis, obviously when they made them on the production line, the chassis is exactly the same as a 5 doors. I didn't make many 5 doors. The majority of them you'll see on the road are blue 3 doors, and there's red ones knocking around. But so the 5 door, and it's basically just a normal Golf with the engine chucked in, racing suspension, and the body kit. So that's completely like from the spoiler to the bumper, standard. Yeah. So you've got the grey rear lights, like the all colours are aftermarket. Yeah. And then I've got some US spec ones, so they're all readied out. A lot of people do that in Mark 4 Golfs. I've got them. I just fancy something different, and these are quite rare to get hold of. So I managed to get a set from Germany. So they're really nice. Yeah, I think they look nice. Yeah, me too. And also you've got carbon. Yeah, this is carbon skin. Yeah, this is carbon skin. That's awesome. Carbon skin badge. Obviously. Smooth the boot off the handle. I really like the Turbo Rabbit badge. That's jokes. That's really cool. From Germany, but yeah, I had the boot. The boot's been repaired multiple times with dissimilar metal corrosion from the handle. They always rot in the corners on Mark 4s. I got fed up with it, so it's gone. I've got boot pop on. Got boot pop on a button. Boot pop on my fob. I can smoke them as well. Anything that's Mark 7 I can have. But yeah, it works really well for me. Obviously de-wipered it, just standard sort of stuff you do to coast really. Yeah. Do you want to pop that bonnet for us so we can check out where the magic really happens? Alright, so under here. Can you please talk me through this power chamber Yeah, right. So obviously naturally aspirated, they make about 240 brake from factory. This isn't the engine that was originally in this. My friend built it and he had it in his blue chassis one. He's had this pulling 11 seconds at Santa Pod in his blue one. Dynoed at 520, pulling 664 newton meters of torque. I mean, the only thing he's done really to the internal, obviously the spacer plate's lower compression, and then it's got the bigger turbo, the GT35 from HGP in the back. So the kit comes everything you need to basically do this. And yeah, so we did a swap, and now it's in this, and it's absolutely insane. It really is, and it's actually quite reliable. Apart from the spitting out a bolt on the way here last night, it's fine. It's absolutely. I think because he's had it for so long, he nailed out the. Do you know what I mean? All the running in issues of like making power, I want more power, blah blah blah. It is where it is now. I mean, it is expensive. I can't launch it currently with a standard gearbox. It'll just spit the gears out. That's the next project. I've got gears at home in my lounge waiting.
Cool.
It's a £2,000 clutch, sack single mass fly, cinder paddle thing. It's heavy on the foot. Yeah. So eventually I will be able to launch it proper. And maybe get a flat shift put in as well. So flat shift is like, well, you probably know yourself.
Yeah.
It's like DSG but with a manual. It's so much quicker.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, the drive up here definitely was scary. So
yeah, it's loud. It's loud without being too loud, and then when you boot it, it's obviously straight through to 2 silencers at the back. So everything's custom. Everything from like here on backwards is all custom. Out the time, especially made 3-inch straight through.
Inside the car as well. Do you want to hop in there with me real quick? Because I want to show you some stuff. The audience, some stuff inside here.
Right up.
So, cockpit, you've got this really nice steering wheel. Is this a Mark IV, like R1 that's been redone?
Yeah, so I had this done recently this year during lockdown. So I was off to the Nürburgring. Obviously, spicy flu ruined that, so I had some money, so I got the wings sorted. And yeah, I got this retrim by Royal Steering Wheels in Aylesbury.
That's really nice.
It was looking a bit tired after like 15 years. It was ready for a retrim. It was going to be Alcantara, but he said no, Alcantara wears not very well.
Yeah, really.
Especially with oily hands, so it's gone for leather. So it just freshens it up a little bit. I've spent a lot of money on other bits. I wanted the interface between me and this to be a bit better than what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fully understandable. And then you have this very interesting computer system up here. Now that I thought this might be some like digital ECU dash type thing, but it isn't. So can you explain what this is?
So HPA, tuning company in America, North America, they write HGP, but they do stuff in the States for turbos and stuff. This is a diff controller for the Gen 1 Haldex. So basically, normally the car's not four-wheel drive all the time. It's like probably about 70-30 split, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But then this thing, it's like buying, if people out there know what a blue and orange controller is for the Haldex, this thing lets you, with a standard controller, piggyback it, wirelessly controlled by this tablet. And you can just select different modes. So dynamic does everything from economy through to sport mode. And then race speed is basically a custom setting where you can actually set the levels of where the Haldex kicks in. So you have Santa Pod, you want all 4 wheels driving you off the line. As you get to 60 foot, you can like spin back the power a bit. So it's all front wheel drive, so you lose no power in that respect.
I think it's super cool to see that. You also got like is that an Apple Play or like a double DIN type?
Oh, that's the Pioneer Apple Play. Yeah. Just a better interface.
Yeah, just makes it.
Just because the car's that old and the original GPS you couldn't update anymore. So
I think that's one of the things that I'm really enjoying about technology is that you can have your car from a set generation that doesn't have that tech ever considered to have in it, and you just buy something like that, and all of a sudden you've got every technology on your phone straight on the dash.
And it's like the dash as well.
Oh yeah, this is something we wanted to have a look at too, this dash mod thing.
Yeah, so it's like a Mark 7 dash, so basically it takes out the MFD, the black and the red sort of standard stuff you see in Volkswagens of this era, like, and it's fully customisable, works off the stalk, and it's basically set the parameters you want on the screen. Obviously I've got boost pressure, but then you've got like VACCOM on the fly.
That's so cool.
So you can fix faults as and when.
And what's that? Is that
that's oil pressure, so oil pressure gauge. That's all right, mate. Oil pressure gauge is, again, just because it's a VR6 and they struggle with oil pressure now and again. You don't want to boot it until the oil's nice and warm and you've got good pressure, so.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, once again, I just wanted to point out, you obviously got the bonnet raiser on the car, and that's for cooling, right?
Mainly when you stood still, like when you're at Santa Pod or anywhere like that, I've noticed like intake temps get really, really high.
Yeah.
Obviously a bit of air will get down and through, but it's mainly just to get some of the heat out that engine bay.
Yeah.
It really does get hot.
And then, got some water on the lens, how annoying. And then we've got the the cool like headlights. Like these aren't OEM, right? Like,
no. So they come Xenon from factory. All R32s in Europe come with Xenon as factory. They're LED projectors now. So
cool.
A friend of mine, he modifies headlights. He basically takes them, strips them, does them to order. I've done a couple of sets myself, but he's better at doing like the actual like bigger projectors, putting the LED system in. You do get a bit of misting because they have been split in two, but I think they're really cool, to be fair.
Yeah,
so it's bright
sweet.
on the road over Xenon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right, so I think it's time for us to hop in the car, learn a bit more about the story and feel how fast this thing is. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe right now. Subscribe right now before the video carries on. It means a lot to me, and hopefully I can bring you many more features like this that will be entertaining. It's just very, very cold right now, so should we hop in the car?
Let's do it, mate.
Oh my god! Okay, that's good. Oh my god.
That's not even flat. That's flat and forth. Change to 6 grand.
Oh my god. Okay, we're good. That Golf has not stayed at all. That is ridiculous. He has disappeared. How long have you owned this for?
So 10 years. I've always had VWs. I've always wanted one of these. And my job and getting a bit older enabled me 10 years ago to like go R32 shopping, as it were.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I got in this car. And I upgraded from a VR6 Corrado.
Oh, very nice.
So I went from 2.9 VR6 Corado, and I was like, I wanted something a bit more up to date, and my back at the time as well was playing up, so I was like, the Corado was a bit too low for me, in and out. It's a lovely car. I mean, I'd have another Corado in a heartbeat, but this for me, just like, it is literally my dream car. Like,
Yeah.
And it's not the daily.
And that's why you've managed to keep it for 10 years. And you managed to keep it fun for 10 years.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so is there anything you'd have done differently, like in the build process? Like...
Probably gone turbo quicker sooner.
Right, okay.
So I fucked around. Sorry.
No, sorry, you what?
Fucked around with like NA for such a long time, with cams, maps, exhausts. You know, I should have just bit the bullet from the start and gone, the car's not staying standard, let's turbo it. And you know, that's the only main thing I would have done sooner, is done that quicker. But I've got an engine that's, touch wood, reliable. It's been proven, it's been tested, so that's not even flat. That's flat and forth. Change to 6 grand.
Oh my god. And when did you do the swap? When was that?
Was that last year? I think it might be last year. I forget. But yeah, it's been about 18 months the engine's been in this chassis now, like, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely something I should have done earlier, for sure.
And is there anything you want to do in the future going forward with it?
Future stuff, I mean, it's mainly handling, because I've had to come back onto OEM suspension. You know, it's lower than a normal R4 and it's stiffer. Stuff like, I've not touched the anti-roll bars yet.
Right.
But it's polybushed, so maybe some anti-roll bars, and perhaps I've got bigger brake discs on the rear already, but I'm looking at maybe doing another large brake caliper conversion on the rear. Well, that would mean new master cylinders, but yeah, it's the project, so I'm looking at that. Maybe a bigger exhaust, maybe, and more power. Once the gearbox is, I got my second gearbox built, it'll be more power and launch. What
is this capable of? If you were to build it to top spec, like what do people have these? Because you got to bear in mind, like when it comes to Volkswagens, for me, I like old low stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like I like Mark 1s, Mark 2s, Caddies, like Corrado, stuff that captures my eye, and I go, oh, that's kind of cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never really gone down the performance Volkswagen route.
I mean, performance Volkswagen route, I mean, you can do all sorts of these. I mean, people charge them, people turbocharge them. There's an option for water meth in this if you wanted to. It's really only limited by like your running gear. The engine will pump. You just need to like think internals, think stopping. How am I going to stop? How am I going to cool it down? So you can go as far as you want. I know I've got friends running twin turbos. These ones with twin turbos in. Right. I mean, they're insane. It makes this look like a baby. Right. 520 horses. They've got like 700. Right. Okay. Lambo killers, really. It's one of them. You can just go and go with it. Bigger exhaust, bigger map. You name it, bigger injectors. It's got 630cc injectors now. Yeah. So you can just keep on going and going and going.
Yeah, it's very cool, man. Well, I tell you what, it has really surprised me with how absolutely terrifyingly fast it is. Yeah, it was very. This is like. This is very fast, like serious speeds, sort of fast, and yeah, it's very, very cool. What's the favourite mod you've done to it out of all of the bits? Is it the engine? I'd assume the engine.
Yeah, the engine. It just, well, listen to the turbo. I mean, there's no real lag.
Oh, it's so fast. It's making me feel a bit sick.
I mean, it hasn't even got a pop and bang map or whatever you want to call it.
I'm so glad it doesn't though.
It just does it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you've always been into your cars, have you?
Oh yeah, yeah. So motorbikes first, and then cut my teeth as an engineer on like Volkswagen Beetles air-cooled stuff. Got had Lupos, Ups, Passats, Corrado, Colour Mark II Golfs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
This has been the dream for me to get 32. So
well, it's here and it's real.
It is, mate, yeah.
Love that. Cool, man. Right, sweet. Wow, this is some machine. Nay, thank you so much for coming out today. Where can people find you, dude?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, Spartan R32T.
It's going to be down there next to you right now.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook really, it's only for Marketplace, but yeah, I'm on there. So you see all my car stuff, bike stuff to build bikes as well. Yeah.
Lifting and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And thank you very much for taking me out in this 520 brake horsepower R32 turbo. It is very impressive. It's a very impressive machine, and the feeling, when that power delivery goes through you, wow, it makes your stomach turn. I think we're going to end the video here, so please make sure you subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. Leave us a comment down below what you think of this sort of power coming out of a machine like this. Absolutely insane, but I don't think we're done because I want to get some more clips of us. Yeah. I think we need to get some more of them for you guys, so you'll have seen them already, so make sure you subscribe. Appreciate this for me. Thanks guys, leave a like, and I'll see you again in the next video. Peace.